Okay, hi. My name is Kamisha. I'm from the United States. I live in Odessa, Texas. I'm 38. And I am not married, but I have two children. And I have a boyfriend. I have two boyfriends. One is in jail and one is at work. Unfortunately, I'm talking about things that go on in society. I'm a person who would never want to live in society. Society is a bad thing to be. It's a bad place because it's a sort of governism. And governism happens when you have a bunch of peoples and they're living in the same community. And within that, there's arguments, confrontation, sometimes things are stolen, and people just become monsters and they lose their faith in God. And people that are working on becoming better people in life, they struggle with, getting up from their past. And some young women who are growing up to be women, they are the most important because we are older than them, and they look at us sometimes for inspiration and for answers sometimes. And I'm not a boy, so I don't know the boy side, but I do have two sons. Only thing I'm trying to say is that in reality, things are different from what's being shown on TV. On TV, unless they're showing an actual footage of something that happens in real life. Reality is something that is true, is based on facts, and it's something that is very, very important. You see TV shows. For example, one TV show I used to watch back in the day, back in the 90s, it was called. What was that TV show called? I don't. It was something about they were roommates, and they lived together in a house, and they had six people living together in the same house, and they were arguing, living together, and they were being televised. And I think the name of that show was called. What was it called? It used to come on MTV. You know the show, but that was a very important show to me back in the day because it actually showed people living together, and it showed pieces of society, but no one really understood it because the people that were living together were all different races. Neither one of them had the same race. There was a black woman and also a Spanish man, a white guy, and they lived together, and it was an awesome show. But it became important to me because I could see pieces of society in it from when I used to watch it. But reality is different from society because society has people that work to it and they go away. There's not a constant worker to it. And most of the times, people that work in society are people that have experience and they have knowledge and they know how things go because they've experienced and dealt with these type of situations before. Let's say you dealt with doing hair. You know people that do hair. More than likely, you'll become a beautician, right? Well, let's say if you listen to a lot of music, more than likely you'll turn out to be a musician or a producer or something like that. If you like education, you'll more than likely be a teacher or someone who excels in education. And a lot of people talk from experience, from things that they've been through, that they know how to work, how things go, and that's how they succeed because they deal with something that they know for certain how to handle when it comes to them. One thing I'm not experienced in is in relationships. I'm not good at that because I spend the most of my time alone, and everybody wonders what I do in my spare time, and I basically just work in the house. Um, if you are a person who's speaking, on behalf of society, it means you have a lot of experience. And but there are people that work who don't work in society. They actually live normal lives, and they live with their family. They're healthy, and sometimes they come off as weird to us, but they're not. They even look a different way. Some of them might be prettier, or they might be a little rougher than what we are. And it's I'm not really interested in the televised shows because it shows a lot of what is it called? It shows a lot of complex situations where you see a real pretty girl, and then you see like a lady, she's older and she's trashed out. Just because you see someone that's trashed out doesn't mean that she's trashed out. That person probably is going through something. And life to me is very important, because you only have one life to live, and I think that you should make the most of life without being in a gang, without having to sell yourself, without having bad hair days, without having children by people that you don't mean to have children by. I think that's important. And never be in a relationship with someone who you don't want to be with. And for the guys, I don't suggest you get a lady pregnant if you don't love her. So that's the type of things I talk about and I deal with. I'm interested in education, so more than likely I do things about education. If you're interested in things about food, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be working with food preparation or something like that. That's all I have to say for today. I was just checking in because I wanted to. If you watch my videos, I'm just kind of just making a whole bunch of videos, going through things, talking, socializing, because I think it's important. Bye. Thank you.